O Israel. The call never died. From the south, the lost sheep rise. From Mississippi soil where the history haven't changed in the land, but the promise still steady. Names got taken, truth got buried, but the word still breathing, never went missing. Lost sheep scattered, still hear the tone. Shepherd calling, saying bring them home. Not a rumor, not a myth. Ancient bloodline covered in stitch, no crown on head, no throne in sight. But kings still walk when they live upright. Priests in order, hearts in check. Walking the path of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek. Hey, stand righteous, stand correct. No beginning, no end, we said. Walk in truth, no disrespect.
Order of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
From Tupelo we represent.
From Tupelo we represent.
Israel rise.
Remember that.
Remember that. Not here for hate, not here for noise. Here to rebuild men, women, boys. From prison walls to broken homes. Still hear our voice through flesh and bone. Teach the law, apply the way. Faith works, lived every day. Not traditions handed down, but ancient paths we walking now. 12 tribes breathing, still intact. Truth don't change, that's fact. Scattered, warned, and gathered again. Written long before the pen.
Order of Melchizedek. Hey, stand righteous, stand correct. No beginning, no end, we said. Walk in truth, no disrespect.
Order of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
From Tupelo we represent.
In Tupelo we represent.
Israel rise.
Remember that. Remember that.
Who are we?
Israel.
What we teach.
Truth. Why we here?
Wake the lost sheep. Order, discipline, restitution, not confusion, restoration. No corner prophets, straight swing, no water down, truth or name. Study the word, live it out, let correction cast pride out. Fathers restored, mothers strong, families healed where it went wrong. Not perfect men, but hearts aligned, learning obedience one step at a time.
Order of Melchizedek.
Stand righteous,
Stand righteous.
stand correct.
Lost sheep pride, chains disconnect.
Covenant people.
Never reject. Order.
Covenant people. From the south to where you at.
From the south to where you at.
Israel, wait, don't you forget.
Israel, don't you forget.
It's the order. Mutually remember. This is remembered. This is order. This is the call.
To the hall, to the lost sheep.
Israel lives.
All right, family, let me get on into it. All right. While I'm at it, I want y'all to think what's the most oppressive regime. All right, we're gonna go through the Western version of the most oppressive. Okay, but let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Let me give y'all a bigger picture. Do it like that. Yeah. All right.
You go to Nigeria, which is, if not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is, it could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
Oh, and now, Mr. Wallace.
It is the most corrupt nation that I have ever covered. I've been there 25 years ago, and I've been there as recently as last year.
Fine. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now, here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy, but there in Africa, you're trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted 30 years ago, black folk got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth. No, I will not allow America or you, Mr. Wallace, to condemn them as the most corrupt nation on earth when you have spilled the blood of human beings. Has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb and killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Have they killed off millions of Native Americans? How dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet, because with that much blood on America's hands, you have no right to speak. I will speak because I don't have that blood on my hands. Yes, there's corruption there. Yes, there's mismanagement of resources. Yes, there is abuse. There's abuse in every nation on earth, including this one. So let's not play holy to moralize on them. Let's help them.
I'm not moralizing. I'm asking a question, and I got an answer.
Why would you put it as the most corrupt regime in the world? That doesn't make sense.
Can you think of one more corrupt?
Yeah, I'm living in one. I'm living in one. Yes. You've done a hell of a thing on this earth, so you should not be the one to talk. You should be quiet when it comes to moral condemnation. In my...
All right. Let me see here. Okay. All right. What you're witnessing, family, is propaganda. That's what you're witnessing, propaganda. That's why you can get immigrants, influx of immigrants coming over here thinking they know us because of propaganda. Let me move right along. Let me try to speed this along. All right. Now it's going to get, well, I'll just show you. All right. Now, you know, I just wanted to see how they got the rigging going on. So I asked the question, what's the most oppressive regime ever? All right. And it says determining the most oppressive regime is subjective. It should be just straight facts and straight history. Think about it, fam. It should be straight history and straight facts. Okay? If you know the Bible, then you know. All right, now. Okay. But historical totalitarian regimes like Pol Pot's Democrat of Kampuchea, I don't even know what that is. I was a child during this time. It's often cited due to the killing of nearly 25% of the population. Now, if y'all know what's missing from this thing, y'all just put that in the chat. All right. Over frequently cited examples include Stalinist Russia, Nazi Germany, and modern North Korea, which utilizes severe surveillance, forced labor, and total ideological control. If you're paying attention, they're doing this here. All right, now, and that gives a list. Okay. All right. Now let me move on. Let me see here. All right, y'all pretty much, if you know the Bible and you know, if you watch these videos regularly, what did I do? You already know. Yeah, that's who missing. That is exactly who missing. The U.S. Exactly. All right. So let me see here. Let me move here. All right. Now they left out this. They left out this. All right. The King Leopold death toll over there in Africa. See, y'all, this is deliberate. When they leave out what they do. Okay, the death toll of King Leopold's rule over the Congo Free State. Notice, this was slavery. This was military occupation. This was oppression. But they call it the Congo Free State. Like right here, the land of the free and home of the brave. more like the land of the thieves and home of the slaves. It's more accurate. But all right, now it's estimated to be between 1 million and 15 million Congolese. But it's not mentioned. It's not mentioned as the worst oppressive regime ever. Okay? That 1 million is a low ball. I'm gonna tell you now. But anyway, they love to muddy the water, but nevertheless, let me keep going. Primarily due to slave labor, violence, and disease. His administration, his totalitarian regime, totalitarian, that's what they use when they get ready to go take over land like Iraq and Afghanistan. When they get ready to go do that, they start using language like this. All right, now, his administration was marked by extreme brutality and exploitation, leading to widespread suffering and significant population decline. Don't forget those hands, those Belgian hands. Let me put this up. These are his people, y'all. These are his people. See, these are his people. You got the chocolate hands of Belgium. All right. He's from Belgium. He's not listed. What he did is not listed as an oppressive regime. Now, have y'all noticed that their heroes are villains? Think about it. Have y'all noticed? Have y'all noticed that their heroes are villains? Hold on. Have y'all noticed that their heroes are villains? Pick one of their heroes and look at the history. You know, like they say, George Washington. Okay, slave driver. That, you know, don't look for them in heaven. All right, but let me move on. All right. We, on the other hand, actually have heroes. Think about it. Just look at it. But them, their heroes are villains. All right, now to get back to this. His administration is infamous for its brutal exploitation. All right, now look. General consensus, 10 to 15 million. Most of the reports in my research, this is my first time today ever seeing a low ball estimate. See, they are going into these algorithms, to these computers and moving stuff around. I've covered this man several times. This is the first time I ever noticed a low ball estimate ever. Okay, and it was today I just noticed it. I've been seeing like from 9 to 15. You know how depraved you got to be? Yeah, the villain it is too soft a term. You know how depraved you got to be to just keep doing this? Y'all think about them Nephilim in the book of Enoch. All right, now. The decline of the Congolese population was attributed to several factors: violence and atrocities, epidemic disease, famine, population displacement. All right, let me keep going. Now, this is why you see white Jesus in that thumbnail. All right, that's why you see him now. Now, let me see these Bible verses. Let's see. Second Ezra was talking about the eagle. There you go. It's an eagle / hybrid / dragon. As in Satan has possession of that eagle. Okay. And then by them colonizing or infiltrating or diluting the so-called gospel, wickedness is abounding. the evils are growing wicked. Okay. As well as the physical chains and shackles worldwide. Okay. You got the Roman system, the Roman Colosseum. They love to keep Negroes as entertainment. Okay. But let me move on. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, Jim. All right. Okay, I did that. Okay, yeah. Now I asked, was King Leopold a Christian? So he's following his religion. If you're waiting on these people to tell you what their beliefs are, let me show you this verse in the Bible. Okay. Let me show you. All right. This is the Messiah speaking. If you're waiting on them to tell you what they're doing, you're going to have to read the signs. You're going to have to read the fruit. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt. For a tree is known by its fruit. In other words, if you don't know what kind of fruit tree you're looking at, if you don't know you're looking at an apple tree, just wait on it to produce apples. Okay. If you don't know if it's an orange tree, just wait till the harvest time is in, and you're gonna see some oranges. You're gonna see what kind of tree it is. All right. So this tree of wickedness is producing corrupt fruit. So it's a wicked tree. So everything that they've brought, everything that they've presented has been contaminated with wickedness. They give you the so-called Bible. They done edited. They done gave you a Greco-Roman doctrine of devils that allows them to go across the land, breaking the commandments, breaking the law, understanding, stealing, killing, and destroying, doing wickedness. Okay, that's the real message. Their fruit, their action. That's why they are ashamed of their history. If what you did was righteous, holy, and wholesome, and beneficial, and the Most High's will, why are you ashamed of people learning, of people seeing what kind of tree you are? Why does that bother you? Okay? All right. Let me move back. Let me go back here. Let me keep going. Okay, now, he was a Christian. All right. Where these pastors at? I'm going to get to that in a minute. Where these preachers at preaching against their wicked brothers and sisters? Okay? I'm talking about these white ones. Instead of them going up in Jamal Bryant's church, they need to start in their own. They need to start where they at. They need to go to the Klan meeting and start preaching. They need to go to these white nationalist conventions and preach there. Before you go to Jamal Bryant's church. We'll get Jamal. We'll get the other black pastors. We got them. You go to your brothers and sisters and go over there preaching. Don't go over here telling us nothing about no righteousness. All right. Now, all right, I ain't finna get into all this. Y'all can read this yourself. Ain't no need to me making this video more lengthy than it need to be, because sometimes I don't like to watch long videos because I'm pressed for time. And here goes some more stuff. This is AI version. Most oppressive. It's subjective. In other words, it's up for debate with the most oppressive regime. In other words, when they say it's subjective, that means it's up for debate. It should be historical facts, and biblical facts, because I believe in the Bible. I live by the Bible. Look at all these places. Look at all these places. What you ain't going to see is them going from land to land, stealing, killing, and uprooting the government. That's what you ain't going to see. This is nothing but a red herring to get you looking anywhere but at them. Now, are white nationalist Christians. Huh? Remember, evil tree will bring forth evil fruit. All right. White Christian nationalist is a specific, well documented, influential ideology. He said, what does this have to do with the most oppressive regime? And you have to go to the Bible. Let's go to the Bible right quick. You said, what does white nationalist Christians got to do with the oppressive regime? They gave you white Jesus. When the Klan go to burning crosses, they doing it, and truthfully, and I'm not trying to disrespect or beat up on nobody, they do it in the name of their God. When they brought forth, when they colonized the earth, when they colonized the earth, going from land to land in the name of white Jesus. So you got white nationalists, you got the gospel according to white nationalists, and they going throughout the land, stealing, killing it, and destroying in the name of white Jesus. All right, you got it? Now let me get to this Bible over here right quick. Let me go to 2nd Ezra. Let's see, let's go to the Apocrypha. 2nd Ezra chapter 11. All right. The prophet Ezra. This is why they took these things out of the Bible. All right, chapter 11, verses 36 through 40. I've covered this several times before. I may just put it in a playlist. All right, let's see. 36, okay. It's talking about the eagle. All right. Is it 11 or 12? Let me see. Let me read since I got it wrote down. It's talking about the eagle. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 36. Thank you for putting the scripts up there. And I heard a voice which said unto me, look before thee and consider the thing that I am saying. And I beheld, and lo, it was a roaring lion chased out of the wood, and I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle. This is Mashiach. This is the Messiah. When he getting ready to judge this wicked eagle that's ruling the earth right now, telling you every other nation is oppressive but themselves. This hasn't happened yet. Okay. Hear thou, and I will talk with thee, and the highest, the most high, shall say unto thee, art thou not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts? Go into the book of Daniel. Okay, it's talking about these beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them. The Most High allowed these Gentiles to rule to the end, okay? And the fourth came, and it overcame all the beasts. You read the book of Daniel, it's talking about the same thing, all right? That were passed and had the power over the world, You got power over the world. You control the printing press, so you can remove scriptures out the Bible. You control the media. You control the audio and video. You understand? All right. With great fearfulness. See? And over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. They rule in the earth. Okay? You waiting on them to send the Roman Empire. They just done divided up the Roman state into states, like the United States got territories and states, 50 in the U.S. This whole the Western nations, okay? How else can you go way in Africa and have people bending to your will? You waiting on them to tell you that they control, let's say, Kenya. The way they do that is put a puppet in there and cause coups. That's what they do. Give you an illusion like that, like black folks is in control. Let's just hope Abraham Traore keeps their thing going over there. But let me keep going. All right. With great fearfulness and overcome the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt upon the earth with deceit. They've been ruling for a long time. Who fit the description? And you wonder why they took these books out. For the earth hast thou not judged in truth. Now, right now, you got them Epstein files running rampant. And you don't, what the arrest being made? Huh? What the arrest being made? Talk to me, y'all. Where's the arrest? They got these files, they got these Epstein files out. Huh? Where's the investigation? Where is the taping off of the crime scene? Gathering evidence. Well, it's in another country. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. They got laws for that. Huh? Collecting DNA. If these folks wanted to put charges on, they can do it. Okay? All right. For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and have cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. The natives welcomed them in, and they repaid them by killing them off and taking everything. All right. Let me get to this next chapter. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 11. Let me go to verse chapter 12. Let me see here. Okay, 12 and 11. All right. All right, now. All right. The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea, it is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel. Go to the book of Daniel. It's this Roman kingdom. But it was not expounded unto him. Therefore now I declare it unto thee. Behold, the days will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon earth, and it shall be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it. In Revelation, who is ever to make war with the beast? Y'all remember that verse? Let me see here. Y'all remember that verse? Let me see here. I'm looking. Oh, I ain't got it. I got it. Okay, Revelation 13:4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power to the beast. Who the beast? The beast is Rome. And they worship the beast. They worship white Jesus. They worship the Western way. Everybody want to be like the white people. Saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Okay? And it was feared above all the kingdoms that were before it. Who was able to make war with him? Oh, war coming. Keep reading. War is coming. There's kings in the east. War is coming. All right? But yeah, let me see. Did I read? Yeah, I read 12 and 11. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all that. All right, now. Make sure I ain't leaving nothing. And you're white nationalists or Christians. Okay. Okay. Is it starting to make sense with you now? They all working together protecting the beast. All right. Now, let me read this because this is kind of deceptive. It's KKK, Christian organization. The Ku Klux Klan is a white supremacist hate group that incorporate Protestant terminology, but it is not a Christian organization. Let me ask you, see, was it ever? Because it used to be. Because I remember seeing it was a Christian organization. I remember seeing it. Now look at this. Terrorist group. But it's not illegal for them to pass out flyers to recruit people to kill us. Terrorist group. You know, every time I often go through Birmingham. They used to call it Birmingham, where the Klan bombed the black church and killed 4 girls. 16th Street. Passed through there this week. But they no arrest. Much wicked oppression. Now let's get back to the back. Back to the back. All right, now. Okay, hold on. All right, right here. It's not a Christian organization. While it often uses religion rhetoric to justify its action, so do Christians. When they came here to the Americas, they was using Christian rhetoric as justification for stealing land and genociding people. Same thing. When Pope Nicholas, while y'all talking about some Saint Nick on Christmas, Saint Nicholas, the Papa Bulls put the slave war into motion, in making laws. That Saint Nick that you call Santa Claus. Let me keep going. All right, now. Mainstream Christian denomination condemn the Klan. Okay, if they condemn it and it's a Christian nation, how come it's not? How come they ain't locking them up? They're getting funded somewhere. Where the RICO charges at? Huh? What they call that when the organized crime laws at? You know, like for the mafia. Huh? But yeah. Let me move on. Y'all can go there and look at it yourself. Now, the definition of a democracy. Government by the people. Which people? The terrorists? And when the population start getting blacker, they redistrict the lines. They start changing the districts. So which people is the government for? Huh? They call it gerrymandering. Huh? But anyway, democracy is a lie. Notice that republic. Rome is a republic. All right, but anyway, I've covered that several times. Let me move on. Now, here y'all go right here. I'm gonna wait, see if I get some sound. Okay, you hear that?
Christ is going to destroy this church. He's going to destroy this church. And if you're in it when he does, he'll destroy you with it. It's time to repent of your wicked ways. Race baiting, stirring hatred. among
How about, okay. Yeah, he was talking about some race baiting. Let me stop sharing and quit. Hold on. Glad y'all keep me. He talking about race baiting. Telling the truth about what they're doing is race baiting. Well, just call me racist then, because I don't care. I don't care what these folks think. Just this week, I was can y'all hear me now? Though? Let me see. Yeah. Just this week. I don't know how we getting on this subject, but you know what y'all hear now is pretty much how I am, no matter where I go. I was up there. They was unloading the truck. Okay, I'm up in the office waiting. They got me waiting. Okay, let's have a little word. But I don't try to whoop people with the word. I just hit them with the truth. And this woman, she called herself a Christian. She think God is just gonna punish the Democrats. I ain't beat her up. I ain't beat her up. I just say he gonna get anybody that ain't living right. I begin. It was a black brother in there. He had a tattoo. He had a tattoo on his arm. It was a cross. And I told him to look at it in the Hebrew. Yeah, the man got a tattoo. Okay, let me just give him the word. And he was interested that the cross is the mark, sign, covenant. And I was telling him that the Greek letters don't have no definition. She up in there listening. See. You know, white people, they nosy. They gonna get some word, okay? And the brother, he was like, I didn't know that. I said, yeah. I said, look up the pictograph Hebrew. You know, the A is he's the leader, he's the first. And you know, like he said in Revelation, Alpha and Omega. No, you have to look at it in the Hebrew. Each letter has a definition, each letter has a meaning, it's a numerical value. See, but yeah, and she was talking about it. I was telling him that it ain't no new year. And she wanted to know more. So, yay. But anyway, let me move on. I just tell them the truth. I ain't trying to, you ain't got to do all that. Hey, but I used to be like that, but yeah, let me move on. She was up in there. She was up in there listening. They be listening anyway, hey. But one thing about it, once you hear that word, you ain't got no excuse. You ain't got no excuse. Let me see, can y'all hear this? Okay. I messed it up. Hold on. Let me wind this back.
Jesus Christ is going to destroy this church. He's going to destroy this church. And if you're in it when he does, he'll destroy you with it. It's time to repent.
It's amazing. Go to the White House and tell Trump them that. Go to Epstein Island with that. Go to Rome with that.
Of your wicked
We got our folks.
ways, race baiting, stirring hatred.
Stirring hatred. You know, how many times I showed you videos of these white supremacists passing out flyers, recruiting people for us, to kill us. He's not worried about that. But somebody speaking what we're living, that's what he's worried about.
Among the children of God, people that would come to Christ and won't because you make his name a laughing stock. You blaspheme the name of Jesus Christ with your heartless.
Now, I bet you, if I went up to Jamal Church doing what he doing, they'd have hurried up and got me up out of there. Because they know one thing. They call the police gonna be ready. White man come up in there. They act like they don't know what to do. I know what to do. I'm more quick to get deal. You understand?
With your whorishness, your wickedness, your filthiness, your prayers.
Now, I'm not saying he ain't telling the truth. what I'm saying. Before you come over here in our business, go over there. Y'all got thousands of years of lies and hatred going on coming from your pulpit. Go over there first.
Don't even reach the ceiling. You pray to demons. It's time to get right with God. The God of the Bible is going to destroy you unless you repent. Your materialism, your racism, and all of your...
Now, racism. Let's go over the racism. This is why we can't be racist. Let's see. Now, we can be bigoted and we can be prejudiced. All right? But we don't control none of this stuff. Look at this. Institutional racism refers to a systemic discrimination based on race or ethnicity. Embedded in politics, policies. We ain't controlling the policies that's being enacted in the law. We ain't doing that. And practices of organization and societies. We don't control that, which unfairly advantage certain groups while harming others. We are not mass important immigrants over here giving them money and while extrapolating resources from black folks. We ain't doing that. All right. It manifests in areas like criminal justice. We're not running the legal system. We're not going into the Roman court judicial system, railroading white folks. Housing, we're not controlling the housing markets, putting white folks in abject poverty. Health care, we're not controlling that. Education, we're not controlling the school. So that's why when you hear black folks say we can't be racist, this is what racism is. Now, I can be hateful and a bigot. Okay? Now y'all see the difference.
High-mindedness is going to end when Jesus returns. The Lord Jesus.
All right. All right, somebody put a mirror. All right, family. I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to end it. All right, Shalom. Now, y'all check this video out. It's a white nationalist pastor. Okay?
Loves your children, that you need to have the talk. The talk that we're referencing is the talk that takes your children according to their maturity at the proper time, the appropriate time, and says there are certain parts of town that you cannot go. And there are certain people that you cannot be around.
Yep.
Right? If there's someone who is black in our church, and they've been in our church, and we know them, and they love the Lord Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person, right. But we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers, and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger. Them's the facts.